I was in a functional freeze for 2.5 years, and I feel like I've thawed a lot. And when I talk about the process of thawing, I talk about the fact that you think that you are fully thawed and you still have like 4 more levels of thawing. And I appreciate what you're saying here, where the waves are not going to end. Realistically, the way that I view it is a lifelong process of evolving, of finding new lessons to learn within yourself. However, I still think that there is a difference between not being able to cope and being in an evolved state where you can healthily cope with things, but you're still learning. I think there's very much so a difference between that, and I think it's important to know that, because otherwise you will always feel like there is no light at the end of the tunnel. And I truly do think that there is a light. It is beautiful to have a situation come back around and realize that you are not in the same spot, and that you can recognize the situation that you're in and be like, all right, I have a choice right now. I know how to get out of this. Am I going to do it or not? Whereas before, it was, I don't know what I'm going to do. Those are two very, very different feelings. One is just of absolutely crushing anguish, and the other is, am I going to put in the discipline and work for this or no? And yes, you're going to learn things along the way, and it's going to get easier each time. It's no different than if you think about writing with your pencil. When you were a kid, you sucked at it. You just did. It was part of learning functional control. The same is true when it comes to emotions. We are just starting out as adults what we should have learned as children. That's the only difference. So it feels really stupid, but it's not. By the time you're 10 years deep into this, think of yourself as a 10-year-old then. Where were you at when you were 10 years old in writing versus when you were 5 in writing? There is such a huge difference, and it does become so much easier, and writing becomes a norm. And will you ever have perfect handwriting? Honestly, that's subjective. I don't know that there's an objective answer to perfect handwriting or a perfect life. But subjectively, you have the option to be like, this life that I'm living right now is really fucking cool, and I'm so grateful for it. That's how I feel like you need to start changing your perspective on this one.